another video. Guess what? Once again, I am in my kitchen, and as you can see, I am wearing my turban. You know what time it is, darling. Well, I am wearing my turban. So today I am back with another video about my health and my journey and the meals that I am preparing to help me along the way. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I am just someone who is very, very easy to get tired of eating one type of food all the time. And therefore, I've been doing my research, and I also come up on another product that is also protein and is very healthy for my journey. And today, this is turkey. The good old turkey. And it's almost that time. Gobble, gobble, gobble. So, this is actually turkey. And today I will be preparing, guess what? Curry turkey with the coconut milk, darling. So, let me go right ahead. And today this is not seasoned. Because you know what? I want you to see my beginning to the end. So, let me start. So in my bowl, my turkey is already washed and clean. As you can see, it's very fresh, very pink, and just look at this. Very, very fresh. So, let me show you what I have prepared for my turkey. In my bowl here, ahead of time, I prepped. So in here, I have green bell peppers. I have the good old thyme. I have the good old ginger, because mind you, we are doing curry. And I have green onions. And in the islands, people, green onions is escallion, or scallion as we know it. And I also have about 8 or 10 cloves of garlic. Garlic is very, very good for the health, darling. So this is my herbs that I'm using. And now I am going to start adding my spices. Again, darling, you know I love variety of spice, and in my first video I tell you the different spice and the origin of my spices. So they are the very same spice that I'm using. Once again, this is the good old total seasoning, my Asian origin. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of that in my turkey. So I'm adding that. Put that over here. The good old Goya, that is basically garlic based, and it's infused with various flavors, darling. Very tasty and very delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to my turkey. Alright, once again we have the good old Boston jerk, and as you know, my description is of this, just hearing the way I talk about the flavor and what this make your meals taste like, listen, it's barring none compared to no other. So this is the very good old Boston jerk. So I'm going to add it to my turkey. Once again, my other international spice, the good old Great Taste Sizzling Seasoning. Oh my Lord, the spices are about to let me start seasoning all over the place. And I can't season my food, y'all. No can do. So I have to control it. Now this is the good old meat seasoning. This is actually chicken seasoning. So as you can see, I'm adding all of my spices on top of my turkey. Then I'll be combining it. Whew. This sneeze is somewhere down here. Okay. I'm back. So my oxtail seasoning. Now, with all my spices in here, I'm combining to make sure all my flavors of my pies get through my turkey. And turkey is very potent, guys. And one of the things I've heard over the years is that I don't like turkey because turkey is very dry, it's very hard to eat. When it's prepared correctly, or when it's prepared the way I'm doing it, it is not dry, it is not very hard to eat, or as you would say in layman terms from the islands, it is very trashy. Unfortunately, when I make it this way, it is very delicious. Anybody can eat my turkey when I make it, because in my kitchen on Thanksgiving, I do not prepare a whole turkey. Once again, this is not something that my family enjoys or would indulge in. So normally when we do make turkey for Thanksgiving, we would curry. So today, as you can see, after adding all my spices here, I have one last thing that I will be adding. Now, I totally forgot my mojo. So I'm going to finish this because I have a brand new one here, but I still have some here. So I'm going to add my mojo to this. And before I never talk about the reason why I like the mojo spice. The reason why I like the mojo marinade spice is because it has a mixture of lemon and oranges in there. It's a very it has like fruit, orange. The fruits are like orange, lemon. So when it marinates in your meat, it helps to remove the rawness from it, along with providing a delicious taste. So it's basically you're having a 2-for-1 deal when you buy mojo for your spice. It helps remove the taste of the rawness from your meat, and it also adds flavor. So you can't go wrong with the mojo. Or matter of fact, it's not even mojo, it's pronounced mojo. Why? Because in Spanish, their J is actually silent. So listen, I call this mojo. It's not supposed to be mojo. It is pronounced mojo. So now, I'm going to go ahead and combine this. Combine this. And turkey is very, very good. It's very, very healthy to eat for anybody who's on a diet or who has restrictions on red meat. You can certainly incorporate turkey in your diet. It is very lean, and it's very high in protein, so it's very, very healthy for you to eat, to partake or consume, whatever you want to call it. If you're on a diet or if you are unable to consume red meat, you can also add turkey to your menu. So now I'm going to add, normally we would burn the curry. In this instance, I will not be burning the curry. Reason being, if we're making chicken, you would burn your curry. Why? Because chicken cooked very easily, and then curry needs to be cooked for a long time in order to prevent it from causing your stomach or your belly to become upset. And you know what happens when your belly is not right or your stomach is not right. You know what's going to happen. So curry has to be cooked very thoroughly, and you cannot put the curry in the pot twice. So What I mean is when you're adding your curry to whatever you're adding it to, you have to make sure you put enough curry at once. You cannot be cooking curry and then you open the pot and it's not yellow enough or it's not the color you want. You cannot be pouring curry thereafter. You know what? You will be sending yourself somewhere you don't want to go, and you'll be laying up somewhere for a long time because you're ill. Curry needs to be put in your meat at one time, not 2-3 times. Remember that, guys. So my favorite curry, because I love the color and also the flavor, is the good old Better Pack. The good old Better Pack curry, right? It's a product of Jamaica. And in here, what I do, we had Indian curry with Better Pack curry, which gives a very, very, like, the taste, the flavor combined with the Better Pack curry and the Indian curry. And guys, I don't know how much of you know about Indian curry, but it has an amazing taste, because this is basically something that is made from scratch with different ingredients. The Indian culture people, or people from India, or the Indian culture people will tell you this is very, very meticulously made, and after it's done, it's very tasty. So that's the reason why. And then my family is Indian. My husband is Indian, my mother-in-law is Indian, and basically we're three in our family, right? So I am now adding my curry to my turkey. I'm gonna make sure I put enough curry because I like to have the color looking very bright, and then the taste. But one, you gotta also be careful not to put too much curry, because if you put too much, your meat will be bitter. After it's cooked, it will have a bitter taste, and you don't want that either. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and in the islands, since growing up with my grandma, she did not measure anything, but I know how to judge it. And for you, I would recommend, if you're making at least 3-4 pounds of turkey like I'm doing now, you would need like maybe 3 tablespoons. I am just gonna measure. Not measure, I'm just gonna pour. I don't measure anything, but as a recommendation for you, like 3 tablespoons of curry to 4 pounds of meat would be good. So I'm gonna sprinkle my curry over here, and I'll do the top. Sprinkle, sprinkle on the top. And you see this color? Jesus, isn't this beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? So let me combine, because I want to make sure my curry goes all the way through my meat, and the color is what I want. So I'm gonna combine this and then see if it's the color that I want. Then I can know if I want to add more, because like I mentioned before, you cannot add the curry twice to the pot. Okay? That's one of the major tips when you're cooking curry. You can't be currying the pot twice. It's not like when you're adding the season when your food is almost cooked. When you're doing when you pre-seasoned, and then when you're gonna have season again to make it simmer, you cannot add curry. You can add all your other seasoning of your choice, but definitely not curry. Okay? So let me go ahead and some of you may ask why she's not using her hand to massage the spices through the meat. Unfortunately, I cannot put my hands in the spice because it sends a tingling feeling through my hand, and it does that for like almost days if I ever do that, you know. I don't know, just a tingling feeling that I hate, and it's very uncomfortable. So now I had my curry on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more, because I think it needs a little bit more color. Don't you think? There's a little bit more color. So let's go another little dab. Not too much. Like I said, too much curry will make your meat bitter, and I don't want that. I cannot eat bitter food. So I think this is now enough curry. We don't need any more curry. This looks beautiful, guys, right? This is beautiful. I try my best not to get my hands in the curry because I cannot have it in my nails. It's very hard to remove from the nails or from the cuticle. So now, this is the magic. And I'm going to use a good old knife, the good old island way, the good old Jamaican way. Listen, if you know how to cook and you're always in the kitchen, you know what I'm about to do. This is my coconut milk. So now, what I'm going to do with my coconut milk in tow, I'm going to go ahead and add my herbs. Now the coconut milk will help the herbs to penetrate and marinate through the meat. That's the whole reason why I have it last. There's a reason to my, and there's a method to my madness, y'all. There's a method to my madness. So watch me now. I'm gonna get this, my onion, my hot pepper, my thyme, my ginger, my garlic, my bell pepper, all of that to the bottom and throw out the meat. I'm going to mix it thoroughly. So and this is like the trophy. I don't know, most people call this in the island pimento. I guess this bottle reads allspice, but I'm just going to put a few grain of pimento in here. The reason why I'm not going to crush it, some people crushes it while some don't. I'm not going to crush it. I'm just going to put a few grain in there. And sprinkle a few grain over it. That has to be taken up and washed appropriately. So, this is what my seasoned turkey looks like. So, I'm going to give you also a glimpse into it when I'm putting it in the pot and when it's mixed in. So, I will be right back. Okay? So now, I'm adding my turkey to my pot. I have a little bit of oil because, as you know, turkey do not carry a lot of grease or a lot of fat. So I had a little bit of oil to help it along because it doesn't carry a lot of fat or grease. So now I'm adding it to my pot. Look how delicious this looks going into the pot. Look at it. Look how creamy it is. Look at the color. The coconut, everything marinates, all the spices through it. And then, guys, the reason for the coconut is to provide moisture to the turkey. Remember, turkey is very dry. And to prevent it from being so dry and hard to eat, we ensure some moisture by adding coconut. And as you know, coconut is a staple for a lot of Caribbean meals, and a lot of people use coconut. It have a very tasty and delicious flavor. So adding coconut is like a bonus. And like I said, it helps it to become moist and not dry. So I'm just adding a little bit of water to my pan here to rinse the season out and have it. So now I'm going to cover it. And I talk about this all the time. I talk about this all the time. I do not put a lot of water in my meals when I'm cooking. I try my best to use the process of basting or basing. This is something that my grandmother taught me to do through the years when I was growing up. And it is amazing when you cook your meal and not adding too much water at the same time in the pot. You don't need to cover the meat all the time with a lot of water, because that causes to have like the flavors are not the flavor is not the best when you add too much water to your pot when you're cooking. So what you will do, you will have your hot water, and you keep adding it until your pot is cooked. You can see this is not, I don't have a lot of water in here, just a little bit of water. And now I'm gonna cover it, and then it's gonna take its time and cook. And you know, I always have my finished product, and you will see my finished meal. It's gonna be delicious, and I hope that when I taste it, you can only imagine the taste. Anyways, I'll be back with my finished product. So, and there you have my finished curried turkey in coconut milk, darling. Like I have promised, I will show you the finished project, and this is the finished product, darling. This is my curried turkey served with boiled bananas and yummy! Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, turn notification buttons on. You hear it first. Ta-da!